There's something you need to hear, and it might sting a little. You're not blocked by the economy. You're not blocked by bad luck. You're not even blocked by lack of opportunity. You're blocked by a law. A silent law. One you agreed to without even knowing it. It's called the law of the lid. And right now, it's sitting on top of your life like a ceiling you can't see. You keep pushing. You keep trying. You keep working harder. But nothing changes. And you wonder why. Here's why. Your effectiveness in life has a cap. And that cap isn't set by the world. It's set by you. Your beliefs about what you deserve. Your beliefs about what's possible. Your beliefs about who you are. Those beliefs create the lid. And no matter how hard you work, you'll never rise above what you believe you're worth. Let me say that again. You will never rise above what you believe you're worth. Not because the universe is cruel, but because you won't allow it. You'll sabotage it. You'll talk yourself out of it. You'll find reasons why it can't happen for you. And those reasons will feel true. But they're not truth. They're just the lid talking. So here's the real question. What is your lid made of? For some people, it's the belief that wealth is bad. That rich people are selfish. That money corrupts. So they unconsciously repel it. For others, it's the belief that they're not smart enough. Not talented enough. Not deserving enough. And so they stay small. Not because they have to, but because it feels safe. And here's the hardest part. Most people don't even know the lid is there. They think they're free. They think they're trying. But they're actually just rearranging furniture in a room with a ceiling they refuse to see. And the crazy thing, the lid isn't locked. You put it there, which means you can remove it. But removal requires something most people avoid. Truth. Raw, uncomfortable, unfiltered truth about yourself. You have to stop blaming circumstances. You have to stop waiting for permission. You have to stop pretending you're doing everything you can when deep down, you know you're not. Because growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens by intention. And intention starts with a decision. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. You have to decide that the lid you've been living under is no longer acceptable. That the version of yourself you've been protecting is too small for the life you actually want. And that decision, that one decision, changes everything. Not because the world suddenly opens up, but because you do. Here's what most people get wrong. They think success is about doing more. Working harder. Hustling longer. But that's not it. Success is about raising the lid. Expanding your capacity. Growing into the person who can handle what you say you want. And that's not a one-time event. It's a process. A daily process. Every morning, you wake up and you have a choice. You can live according to the old lid. The one that says you're limited. The one that whispers you should play it safe. Or you can stretch. You can push past the comfort. You can act like the person you're becoming, not the person you've been. And when you do that, when you commit to intentional growth, the lid starts to lift. Not dramatically, not overnight, but slowly, steadily, consistently, because growth compounds. The small things you do today might not look like much, but 6 months from now, a year from now, they'll be the reason you're standing somewhere you never thought possible. And here's the beautiful part. Once you start raising your lid, you realize something profound. The lid was never real. It was just a story, a belief, a mental block you inherited or created and then forgot to question. And the moment you question it, it begins to dissolve. So let's talk about what actually stops people from becoming millionaires. It's not lack of ideas. It's not lack of opportunities. It's lack of self-leadership. You can't lead others further than you've led yourself. And you can't create wealth beyond the level of value you believe you can offer. That's the real lid. Your internal leadership capacity. If you see yourself as small, your results will be small. If you see yourself as someone who just gets by, you'll just get by. But if you start seeing yourself as someone who creates value, who solves problems, who serves at a higher level, everything changes. Not because the world changed, but because your lid changed. Now here's what that requires. It requires sacrifice. Not the kind of sacrifice that drains you, but the kind that frees you. You have to give up the comfort of staying the same. You have to give up the luxury of blaming others. You have to give up the safety of low expectations. And that's hard, because sacrifice feels like loss. But here's the secret. Every sacrifice you make for growth is actually a trade. You're trading who you were for who you're becoming. You're trading security for significance. You're trading the easy road for the good road. And yes, it costs something. It costs time. It costs energy. It costs letting go of old identities. But what you gain is immeasurable. You gain freedom. You gain capacity. You gain the ability to create wealth, not just chase it. And here's the thing about wealth. It's not just about money. It's about contribution. The wealthiest people aren't the ones who take the most. They're the ones who give the most. They create value. They solve problems. They serve at scale. And the money is just a byproduct of the value they've added to the world. So if you want to break the mental block that's keeping you from becoming a millionaire, start here. Stop asking, how do I get rich? Start asking, how do I add more value? Stop asking, what can I take? Start asking, what can I give? Because the moment you shift from scarcity to contribution, your lid starts to rise. And here's what happens next. You start making different decisions. You stop choosing comfort. You start choosing growth. You stop waiting for everything to be perfect. You start acting now, even when it's messy. You stop playing small to make others comfortable. You start playing big because you finally realize that's what you're here for. And those decisions, they compound. Day after day, week after week, year after year, until one day you look around and you realize something. The lid is gone, not because someone removed it for you, but because you grew past it. And now you're living in a completely different reality. A reality where wealth isn't something you chase. It's something you create. A reality where success isn't something you hope for. It's something you build. A reality where the only limit is the one you choose to accept. And you choose to accept none. So here's your invitation. Stop living under the lid. Stop accepting the mental blocks you didn't even know you had. Stop waiting for someone else to give you permission to be great. Because no one is coming. No one is going to tap you on the shoulder and say, now it's your turn. You have to choose it. You have to claim it. You have to step into it. And that starts with one simple truth. You are not your past. You are not your failures. You are not the limiting beliefs that someone planted in you when you were too young to question them. You are what you decide to become. Right now. In this moment. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Not when everything feels perfect. Start growing intentionally. Not randomly. Not when you feel like it. But with purpose. With discipline. With a commitment that doesn't waver when things get hard. Because growth is uncomfortable. It's supposed to be. If it were easy, everyone would do it. But most people choose comfort over growth. They choose safety over significance. They choose the familiar cage over the unknown freedom. And then they wonder why their life never changes. Start leading yourself first. Because you can't give what you don't have. You can't inspire others if you're not inspired. You can't lead others to a place you've never been willing to go yourself. So lead yourself. Make the hard choices. Do the inner work. Face the parts of yourself you've been avoiding. Heal the wounds you've been carrying. Release the anger, the resentment, the victim mentality that's been holding you hostage. Because leadership isn't a title. It's a decision. A decision to take full responsibility for your life. A decision to stop blaming and start building. A decision to stop complaining and start creating. And when you lead yourself well, something miraculous happens. People start following, not because you told them to, but because they see something in you they want for themselves. They see freedom. They see clarity. They see someone who broke the lid and is living proof that it's possible. Start contributing at a level that matches the life you actually want to live. Because here's the truth most people miss. You don't get the life you want by taking. You get it by giving. You get it by serving. You get it by adding so much value to the world that the world has no choice but to reward you. And I'm not talking about fake service. I'm not talking about doing things for recognition. I'm talking about genuine contribution, solving real problems, helping real people, creating real impact. Because when you contribute at that level, wealth becomes inevitable. Success becomes inevitable. Fulfillment becomes inevitable. Not because you're chasing it, but because you've become the kind of person it naturally flows to. Because the law of the lid isn't a curse. It's a call. A call to rise. A call to wake up from the sleepwalk most people call life. A call to stop settling. A call to stop pretending. A call to stop hiding behind excuses and step into your full potential. It's a call to grow. Not just once, but every single day. To become 1% better. 1% braver. 1% more aligned with who you were created to be. Because growth isn't a destination. It's a direction. And the moment you commit to that direction, everything shifts. It's a call to become the version of yourself that no longer needs a lid. The version that doesn't need external validation. The version that doesn't need permission. The version that knows its worth and walks in it. The version that creates instead of consumes. The version that leads instead of follows. The version that gives instead of takes. And that version, it's already inside you. It's been there all along. Waiting. Not for the perfect moment. Not for the perfect opportunity. But for you to finally say yes. Yes to the growth. Yes to the discomfort. Yes to the unknown. Yes to the person you've always known you could be but were too afraid to become. So stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop letting fear make your decisions. The lid is gone the moment you decide it is. The blocks dissolve the moment you stop feeding them. The life you want is available the moment you become the person who can hold it. And you're ready. You've always been ready. You just needed to hear it. So here it is. This is your moment. This is your call. This is your invitation to rise. Will you take it?